What happened to the sense of mystery at Mass? Why did one of Spain's most respected cardinals say some celebrations became a parody? And why are more Catholics looking back to older liturgical traditions? Those questions are now at the center of a new discussion inside the Church. Cardinal Antonio María Rouco Varela, the Archbishop Emeritus of Madrid, recently shared strong concerns during an interview with the Spanish newspaper El Debate, published on July 21st. At 89 years old, the Cardinal reflected on changes that followed the Second Vatican Council. During the interview, Cardinal Rouco Varela also renewed his call for the restoration of Summorum Pontificum, the document that gave wider access to the traditional Latin Mass. According to the Cardinal, liturgical reform itself was not the problem. Concern focused on how those reforms were sometimes carried out. Cardinal Rouco Varela said that, in many places, the reforms gradually turned into what was described as a parody of the liturgy. According to the Cardinal, the situation became so serious that it affected the truth of the sacrament, the conscience of many faithful, and even people's sense of beauty in worship. Concern was also expressed about what was described as widespread liturgical indiscipline in many parts of the Church during the 1970s. Because of those experiences, many groups of Catholics chose to return to older liturgical traditions that existed before the post-conciliar reforms. At the same time, Cardinal Rouco Varela warned about another danger. According to the interview, some people reacted by going to the opposite extreme. Without mentioning any group by name, comments appeared to refer to communities such as the Society of St. Pius X or SSPX and Sedevacantists groups, suggesting that some responses also went too far. Cardinal Rouco Varela then shared several examples remembered from the years after the council. Descriptions included masses celebrated in living rooms around low tables. Some participants sat or even squatted during the celebration. Wine was brought directly from a refrigerator. Bread of uncertain quality was used. Participants sometimes spoke whatever came to mind during the liturgy. According to the Cardinal, almost the only part that clearly remained connected to Catholic theology was the words of consecration. For Cardinal Rouco Varela, this represented a dramatic change. Instead of celebrating Christ's sacrificial presence in the Eucharist, some celebrations became little more than friendly gatherings. Words used in the interview described them as becoming a game among buddies. According to the Cardinal, there is an infinite distance between those two realities. Discussion about liturgical practice continues in many parts of the Catholic Church today. Supporters of traditional forms of worship often argue that greater reverence strengthens faith and protects the sacred character of the Mass. Others continue to support post-conciliar reforms while encouraging faithful and careful celebration according to the Church's liturgical norms. Recent years have also seen controversy over celebrations held inside churches that included activities many Catholics considered inappropriate for sacred spaces, including some events connected with LGBT pride themes and, in some places, cultural or symbolic performances that critics believed did not belong inside churches. As these conversations continue, Cardinal Rouco Varela's message remains clear. Sacred liturgy should always lead people toward deeper reverence, deeper faith, and a greater awareness of Christ's presence in the Holy Eucharist.